Yeah, I think that might be 1.
Looks like a 7 as well.
No, I think that's a 1. It's probably
well, that fits really well.
Okay. Well, that's got like an extender piece on. That's 6, definitely.
So number 4.
That is 4, yeah.
We're in number 5 now.
Oh no, that's got a 7 written on it.
Have you ever put a wardrobe together like this?
No.
It's heavy. I think we'll put it together.
It's in.
That's in that, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. That's all I've got.
Should we twist it?
If you can, don't drop it though. Oh. That's how the normal wrist goes. Do you want to rest?
No, let's just do it. Don't drop it on me. Oh my god, that's so heavy.
Rest on there, Belcoo. Oh my god.
This isn't in here.
That's in there.
That's the car.
Jesus.
That it? Yeah. Oh. Boom.
Oh god, you're going to have to steady the top hinge while I do the bottom.
Okay. Right, come on.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm lined up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Put your key in.
Look at the size of these things. That's
Very
so
good.
bent.
I've got the weight of it.
Okay. Okay, I'm on. Yeah. Okay, so I am about to tackle painting the kitchen. The panelling in the kitchen at least, because obviously the top half is going to be wallpaper, which has arrived, so that's good news. But that will be another day's mission because it'll be easier to paint first than we worrying about wallpaper. Before I do that though, I just want to take a moment to thank this week's video sponsor, which is Sorry. Now some of you will know that before we moved to Ireland in my old life, I was a dental hygienist for my sins. And I know exactly how important good oral hygiene is. I've always advocated electric toothbrushes for a better clean, but the other benefit of course is reducing plastic waste. A lot of electric toothbrushes that I've tried over the years are not built to last and unfortunately often will just end up in landfill, similar to their non-electric counterparts. This is where Sorry comes in. They are built to last. The heads are plant-based and they give a powerful but gentle clean. One of the things that Sam likes about these toothbrushes is that they are fuss-free. You don't need a degree in rocket science to use them. The heads are also recyclable. Sorry will recycle them for you if you send them back. They also have a 1-month battery life, which is much better than the ones I've previously used. You can charge them on their stand or in their travel case, and the travel case has the unique cleaning feature as well. Plus, if like me, you hate toothbrushes on the sink counter, they just get splashed when people wash their hands, it's just ugh. Then Sorry have these really nifty little mirror holders and they make keeping your toothbrush up and out of the way brilliant, exactly what you need. So Sorry have lots of offers on, especially around Black Friday. But if you click on the link in our description and use code Irish Homestead at checkout, you will get even more money off. So thanks again to Sorry for sponsoring today's video.
So I'm still on the tricky curve, but it's getting there. Bit by bit, I've got away from that corner now anyway, and I'm coming up to probably the worst bit. But I found instead of scribing loads and loads with the jigsaw around the stones, I'm actually using a 6mm bit in my grinding disc that you would use for mortar, for raking mortar. And the little bits that are stuck out there are just massive. Instead of up down with the plate, I'm just sort of nibbling it off because you won't see it and it'll all blend in. So I decided to get my rail saw out as well, because I think I was just being lazy, you know, getting me mini circ and cutting, but now I've got my rail saw out, I can cut 8 foot in one straight go. It was worth just getting that. I've got the tools, so I might as well use them. I was thinking to myself, stop being lazy. So let's cut it. So the vents aren't the straightest because of the curve, but it's getting there.
Look how smart he looks.
Feels like my first day at school. No. The mission is today is to start painting the ceiling in the lounge. But first, I'm going to go off to one of the local schools with one of the other members of the crew, and we're going to do a fire safety talk. So get that done first, go over there, see all the children, and then get back and get painting. I've not been able to go outside and do the soffits because it's been raining and windy for 3 days, and it's just not the weather for it. So we've got loads of painting done. I'm going to do the doors because Becky doesn't want to do the doors, but I don't mind. It'll be all right. Get it all nice and neat. So yeah, that's this morning's mission: is drop the kids off, and then go and do the school, and then get back and get painting.
Have to talk about this, don't I? What an amazing piece of furniture. Honestly, Sam loves it as well, thankfully, because I was worried when I clocked it in the auction way back when we were looking at the grandfather clock, but it wasn't due to go in until this month. I just fell in love with it on the spot, and I brought Sam back and I showed him, and I was thinking, please let him love it, and thankfully he loved it as much as me. I've had a chance now to do a little bit of research on it, and it definitely is dated 1790, as it says on the door, and I just think that's amazing. Never did I think I would own such an old piece of furniture. I think there's a preconception that antiques, well, for me anyway, I never thought antiques would be affordable, but this was actually way cheaper than buying a wardrobe from a shop on the high street or online. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind sharing with you all that this only cost €400, which to me is a bargain. Now, I get that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but we love it. And the fact it was hand carved by somebody, and the stories that it must know or be able, if only furniture could speak and the house could speak. And I just think, gosh, I've seen so much all these years. And yeah, so I did have to do a little bit of research to double check, because there were often a lot of Victorian replicas of this style of furniture, but the locks and everything are all traditionally hand iron forged locks and mechanisms, and all the nails and things are hand forged and riveted, and I get confuddled trying to remember all the things that date it accurately, but I will put a little bit of information on the screen. And this tassel, that was just on it in the auction house, and it came with it on the door, and I just thought, I'm going to leave it on. It is just a curtain tie back, but it's a very ornate one, so it's just staying on there hanging, but we love it. It's a little bit to the right, so some people might be thinking, why have you not centered it? We did talk about doing that, but there is going to probably be a chest of drawers that goes there next to it eventually. I'm not somebody that has a lot of clothes. I'm not sort of a very fashion conscious person, I would say. I just wear what's comfy and what's practical. So I don't have a ton of clothes. In fact, I think Sam actually owns more clothes than me. So, but a lot of his clothes are things that can be folded and put in drawers. So we will manage perfectly well with this wardrobe. There is a cat in it right now, somewhere. Get out. Come on. There he is. Hugo. Just put a few things in there out of the way, and the kids' Christmas presents are in there. So don't know why I'm whispering. They're not even here, they're at school, but yeah, the kids' Christmas presents are going in there, so we can keep things hidden. It's so big, it's vast. Come on out. Come on. Right, let's shut that now. Now I know there's no cats left in it. And I'll show you the other things that we bought at the auction. We ended up getting this for way cheaper than we thought. So we had some money left over. So we did make a few other purchases. So this is the first one. Now I didn't win the big farmyard painting that I really loved and showed on a few videos back. Sadly I didn't go, it was going too high for us really. But this was a lot cheaper, and it's got 2 donkeys on it. So immediately I was like, I love that. I need to have it if I can get it. I've no idea who painted it. I've no information on it. I can't find any signature on it, but I know it's oil on canvas, that's all I know. And I suppose it's reasonably old, but I know nothing more about it than that at the moment, but I just love it. So you perhaps saw this piece off to the side as Sam was bringing in the wardrobe in bits. And again, it was just one of those items where we saw it and I just thought, it's so interesting. You know, there's always something new to spot on it and I could just look at it all day. It's actually perhaps a little bit older than the wardrobe, although I'm struggling to get an exact date on it, but it's definitely 1700s. It's perhaps a devotional cabinet where you would have perhaps stored a Bible, because this is a biblical scene. I'll put more information on the screen because these things go out of my head when I'm talking on camera. It has this, there's a little drawer. We popped a few little trinkets in there. And there is also another drawer at the bottom, which has its own separate key, but unfortunately the key end snapped off in the lock. So Sam's going to have to open up the mechanism to try and get that out and fix it. But again, just we got this for €200, and I just think I could never have gone in a shop and bought something like this. But I just love it. I just think it suits the cottage, and I love the fact that these pieces were all made around the same time as when the cottage was potentially built, because I've managed to trace the cottage back as far as 1790. I haven't been able to go any further back than that. But how amazing is that it's the same time as the wardrobe was built? It's almost like they're destined to become together. So yeah, I just want old pieces of furniture in this cottage as much as possible. Apart from obviously the fridge, which I get a lot of comments on. Now the TV, we hated the TV being on the wall, but it had to be for a while because we had nothing to put it on. But then we saw this at the auction and we weren't going to buy it, but no one seemed to be bidding on it, and we ended up getting it for €80. It's probably 20th century, I don't think it's that old, but for €80, I mean, you can't complain, and it's just such a lovely, well-made piece of furniture. Again, French, put some information on the screen about it. It's perhaps a little bit high for the telly, but right now it will work really, really well. Coffee table was a car boot sale bargain, €25. I mean, again, it's probably not very old, it's just made to look old, but it works for us. So you've all seen the table, or you perhaps saw it when it arrived. This bowl was here in the cottage when we came, and I just thought it was a plant pot. And I put a plant in it and left it outside. And then when I was at the auction house, I was watching the vernacular auction, and these were going for like €100. And I was like, I've got one of those. So she said, you better go and get that plant out of it. And I said, yeah, I will. I mean, unfortunately it's cracked, this one, but it's still, now I know that it's a vernacular era bowl and very much authentic to the cottage. Just staying in here now on the table. So the chairs have just arrived, and these, I don't think they're very old, but for the set of 4, it wasn't too expensive, it was around €300. So we wanted to go with a little bit of a gothic look, and we knew we'd got these 4 chairs on order, and then we saw this one in the car boot sale for €30, and we thought, oh, that would make a great end one, because it matches up really well with our last big purchase from the auction. Check this out. Oh. This is just amazing, isn't it? What an amazing piece of furniture this is. Yeah, I absolutely love it. So it turns out, with a little bit of research, that the main part of the bench, the seat and everything, was probably 1700s. But these friezes were added on at a later date, probably Victorian era. So yeah, it's old, a mixture of old and less old, but still it's just such a statement piece, and I thought it would be perfect against the stonework and to be kind of at the end of the table. I'm really excited now for Christmas because Sam's family are coming and we will all be able to sit around the table and I can decorate the table. The Christmas tree's coming, so it all feels really exciting. We haven't had a Christmas tree for 3 years, so we're all very, very excited for a Christmas tree this year. And all these antiques are just an amazing addition to the cottage, and yeah, I feel really grateful to be able to have them here. So I think we're gonna leave it there this week. I've now finished all the painting, so next week will be wallpapering. I'm dreading it, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Sam absolutely can't stand painting and decorating, but if it means I can afford antique furniture rather than paying someone else to do it, I'll do it. It's worth it to me. So yeah, next week is me wallpapering. Sam, as you mentioned, is going to tackle painting the ceiling in here, which was terrible timing. We should have just done it ages ago, because now we're gonna have to cover everything to stop the drips. But on the rainy days, he'll be in here doing that, and also putting the windowsills on in here, which still haven't done that yet. And then on the good days, I guess he'll be outside finishing the soffits off. He's not been too well this last week, actually, Sam. He had a big fire training thing in Sligo on Monday evening, and since then he's been a bit under the weather, headaches every day. So thankfully he's feeling a bit better now because he's getting a bit worried, but all is good. And Tilly's eye hasn't changed, it's still the same. I'm just keeping a watch on it, and we will get the vets back if it doesn't improve or gets any bigger. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching and commenting. I know I'm not managing to reply to everybody's comments, but Sam and I do read them. Sam reads them often out to me in bed at night, bless him. So yeah, thank you everybody, as I said, and we will see you all next Saturday. We hope you have a lovely week and weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.